Hello everyone and welcome to this Astro Tarot reading. And this reading will be about what to expect on a collective level for us as a united Earth people here on the planet for the month of August 2021. So let's start with the astrology card to see which cards are coming out when we're asking about this. And here we first of all have Pluto, which is talking about our ability to transform and take a big leap forward and about rebirth. It's about the phoenix rising, as we can see here in the picture. It's about deep soul transformation. Pluto is also about power, both the power that we are giving out and the power that we are taking back to ourselves. And the lower vibration of Pluto can be war for the sake of war, conflict for the sake of conflict, destruction for the sake of destruction. The high vibration of Pluto, however, is destruction only with the purpose to be able to rebuild again, to reconstruct something that is better than what we had before. So Pluto is quite powerful. And it's the third planet of the three of the outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Of course, in these days, scientists are discovering planets almost every day. So if you want to have a look more into the astronomy of it all, that is very exciting as well. Also to see what's up on the horizon. And so let's see what's coming out with Pluto. And we have the second house here, and that's talking about our assets, our finances, and the things that we value the most, as it says on the card. It's about our materialistic status and structures in life. And this is talking about also being comfortable. We have Venus ruling second house with Taurus universal energies. So we want to be comfortable here. We want to enjoy ourselves. We want to be successful and we want to feel beautiful. And this is also about using our senses. We are here in the earth element, as Taurus is an earth sign. So we are also in here about sustainability. What are we putting in the soil, so to say? What is it that we wish to see grow? What is it that we really want in life? And also this is talking about our valuables, so both our personal values, but also our personal valuables. So it's really about what we prioritize now for ourselves. And I would just like to underline here that as the second house is about pulling assets to yourself. You know, what do I need to feel secure, to feel safe, to feel comfortable? As in opposition to the 8th house, where we actually have Pluto ruling with Scorpio energies, which is about how we are giving out resources, how we are bringing it out, how we are sharing resources with other people. And that also goes, since we're reading for the collective here, it goes for our societal division of authorities, for example, police, healthcare system, different institutions or organizations. These are all what we have agreed upon that we want to share with each other through these institutions. So that is kind of the power that we have agreed that we would love to share through having institutions, organizations, and that we wish to have police, and we wish to have a healthcare system, we wish to have a military, everything that can feel us secure and that can provide us with something when we need something. So as Pluto is ruling a water element sign over here, and that we have second house where we have the earth element, we're both through the both cards, we are in a feminine energy, in a slower moving energy, but it's particularly over here, it's a building energy, and over here it's a fluid energy. So it's not air and fire. We're not in the air and fire signs here, which are the masculine energies and fast moving, forward moving. This is building, and this wants things to flow, to keep flowing. When Pluto comes in here, we are definitely going to see some radical changes, perhaps even rapid changes as well, in our work life, money life, our finances, our practical daily routines, how we build up our entire practical structure around our daily lives. So this is a very tangible energy coming in here. This is something that is going to show up, and there will be some kind of deep changes here as I can see it through the month of August. And I think that with the situation we are in now, as a collective, as a united world society, things are definitely changing day by day. This is also talking about deep truth coming up. This could be Kundalini energy. This could be ignition of something. This is, however, also the magic of life. So if we can just go beyond, for example, fear or panic of what might show up for us, go beyond that and really tune into what kind of magic this situation could bring us in life. Because this is about rethinking something, rebirthing something, taking all out of your life that you don't really need. And that also gives us the space to really rethink our situation and really be more focused on what we need to be comfortable. Is it necessary to have a big house or 2 or 3 cars, or depending on where we live in the world, of course. But there is some kind of rethinking here about that. And since we have Pluto right now going retrograde in the zodiac sign of Capricorn, which is also an Earth zodiac sign as Taurus, just like Taurus, we are really focusing on life purpose, work, money, practical daily routines, accommodation situation, money at hand, resources at hand. So how do we share these resources, and what do we need for ourselves? That seems to be the push and pull effect of August. So let's move on to the tarot and see what they have for us. And we have 3 major arcana cards coming out here for us. The first is the Empress. Normally she's talking about fertility and clarity and knowing where to go and knowing how to act. Coming out in reverse, it's no. No, there is no clarity. No, it's not time to know exactly perhaps where to go. See how she's looking at these 2 cards like, I don't know what to do with it all. And normally she's also the one we want to go to for the extra good advice. And the next card is coming out, is also in reverse. Here we have card number 9, the Hermit. And normally this guy is our advisor and the healer and the expert, and also knowing in where to go. But right now, no, we are not in a healing mode. No, we do not receive the right advices, and we are not seeing the right experts. And the so-called experts, do they have clarity on anything? No, they really don't. So in our money situation right now, in everything that is regarding our materialistic lives right now, we are not being told, we're not being given the right advices right now. However, and here's the thing, the last card coming out is card number 1, the Magician, saying that, well, you know what? No matter what's going on with you 2 guys, we can see how he's almost looking down at their faces. No matter what's going on in your areas, I need to create anyway. I need to do some things about things anyway. We can see how he's juggling the elements. This is talking about creativity. We need to juggle our resources. We need to restructure our resources. We need to do something, even though we don't know where it's going to end, even though we don't receive the right advices. It's like there might be something under the surface here, since we also have Pluto Pluto over here with the water. What's going on underneath it all? What is the truth about it all? And since I'm reading for the collective here, this could also talk about how the power is being used on governmental levels, on organization levels, in our institutions, in our police corps, in our military, in our healthcare system. Right now in Denmark, we have a lot going on in our healthcare system because the nurses are just starting to say, no, we will not work anymore for a low salary. No, we will not take on so much responsibility during during a COVID pandemic time. No, the answer is no. We want a better salary. We want working conditions where we actually also can thrive and do the best we can for the patients. So that's also a lot of power going on over here. So we need to do something with the resources at hand, no matter what is going on with the experts, or if there is no clarity on where to go exactly on, or how to juggle things so that we know exactly where it goes. We don't know, but we need to do something anyway, because the card that is coming out from the minor arcanas, when we ask about the life areas where this energy is showing up for us, we have here 10 of Wands. Now 10 of Wands is referring to the fire signs. First of all, we're in the fire element. That would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And 10 of Wands in particular is talking about commitment and showing up as a team player here, taking on your part of the burden. And we are really being recommended here now to take on whatever our life force tells us to take on. This is about our relationships, also how we go about our life in a more creative way, which resonates perfectly with the Magician. And it's also about how we are leading the life force energy around in our bodies, all that electrical, electromagnetic energy. How are we pulling it around in our bodies through nutrition and exercise, and the company that we keep. You know, what are you feeding yourself with, so to say? Is it all through joy and enthusiasm, or are you feeding yourself with sadness or down spiraling things? So this is really where we are being asked now. Please keep your commitment to your life force energy in these life areas right now, because it matters. It matters what we're sending out through these life areas right now, how we're showing physically up in the world. Now we're in a masculine energy down here, fast forward moving, action oriented. We want some results. We need to take some kind of action. And that's also telling me that there are actually solutions to this, because this is a slow building up feminine energy, so that we can actually have the time to take some kind of action on what is showing up as, maybe one thing at the time. One time it may be about accommodation situation, next time it's about our salary and all that, but taking one step at the time and being able to transform it through our life force energy. So a very strong message from the Tarot. And this is what's going on in the details for us. So let's have a look at the overall energies, what this is really about. And here we have card number 8, the Justice card in reverse, normally talking about, of course, justice and balance, and also keeping to the hierarchical orders. You know, the agreement that we have on how to live out justice in our society. And there is something telling us when she's coming out in reverse this, there is something that is not in balance here. There are injustice coming up to the surface. There is something here that is just not right. So let's see which minor arcana card is coming out when we're asking about the life areas that this is showing up in. And here we have a reference to our mental mind, our visions, the ideas, communication, both speaking and writing, where the Knave of Swords showing up here is the investigator. It's also talking about surveillance. It's talking about searching for the truth. Okay, so there is something in that area of communication where we are not being told the truth, or we're not being shown the truth in writing. There is something here of information being brought out that is not in alignment and not in agreement with how we as a society seem to work with our hierarchical systems, and there is something unjust coming out here. And for those of you born in the 70s, you have Pluto in Libra, which is also what the card number 8 here is referring to. So maybe you are called forth now to put things straight, actually. And we also have an air sign over here. So that is the fastest moving energy here we got going. We're in the air element here. So when it comes to the tarot, we are fast moving, we're action oriented, we want the truth, we are moving on our instincts, we are trying to move around our life force energy, trying to get to the bottom of things here. So very interesting months of August. On a personal level, you might want to have an extra look at your valuables and also at your personal values. Do you feel respected? Do you feel comfortable where you are with your finances, in your home? There might be some radical changes coming up for you as well, and it always begins on a personal level. However, the tendency overall as a collective is that we will see changes in that direction. I'm not saying that we will see all of it, because Pluto is also what's underneath, but there are definitely some radical truths coming up, and they might be they might keep showing up throughout the year, and definitely until Pluto is moving out of Capricorn around 2024. So I'm just saying we need to prepare ourselves as a collective here. Things are coming up to the surface. We need to do something. We need to do something and act on something with the resources that we do have at hand, even though we may be told something differently. So have an outlook for that, and I will just finish this reading off with some destinies card, because I think this is talking very much about our destiny and where we're going. This is talking about solitude. The first card, as we may seem to be on this boat all alone. The world is changing. The world is a small place to be. We need to focus on Mother Earth. We need to, again, we have a reference to the water here, the moon, and our past, and also mothering and nurturing. So we might feel quite alone here. There is no one who's going to just show up out of the blue to help us out here. We need to do something ourselves, and that will lead us back to the Magician. We need to create something. The next card coming out is forgiveness. Yes, it's time to forgive ourselves. Okay, the cards are coming a bit down here. We need to forgive ourselves. This could be a reference to the new moon, new beginnings. Forgive ourselves. Here we are in the full moon. There is, the clarity, which normally is is what the full moon is about. Bringing clarity on everything. It's like this is a little bit dark. We don't see everything clearly right now, which means that we feel that we are left alone on this planet. But there are new beginnings, and we need to forgive ourselves and each other to be able to move on a collective level. And that will move us into delight. That will make us move into the second house using our senses, Taurus energy, Venus energy, start to smell the flowers, enjoy nature, see the good in things. And perhaps even this is a reference to try to save nature, to save this bit of piece of Mother Earth as she might be shrinking or her resources are shrinking. We can come back into delight through forgiveness, through seeing new beginnings, through acting on what we do have at hand to change things in a positive direction. And the last card we have coming out here is action. Again, a reference to the water, all the Pluto energy coming up here, changing things radically for us. And it is time to take some action even though things may be blurry for us right now, even though the light is not fully out here, there is not that much clarity, but though we can see that there is some kind of new horizon out there waiting for us. So sometimes we just need to do things anyway. And I think that is very inspiring to know that actually we can change things if we just decide to do something with the values we do have at hand, both our personal values and our personal value goals. So we just need to hang in there for August. Let's see what's happening out there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you want to know more about the astrology, dive into your own natal chart to find your Pluto position and your second house position. Find out which energies you have in that house, and so you can read so much more into this reading on a more personal level. As always, I will leave some information down below. I hope you have been inspired. Take good care of yourselves out there, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching and listening. Bye for now.